In this video we will do an overview of the history of EVs, look at 2 hybrid EVs in service at Odite, and discover uncommon benefits to EVs. The electric vehicle, otherwise known as EV, might seem like a fairly recent invention, but it actually has been around for a fairly long time. Electric motive power started in 1827, when Hungarian priest Enius Jedlik built the first crude but fireable electric motor, provided with stator, rotor and commutator. The next year, he used it to power a tiny car. There were advancements in the following few decades, with electric vehicle speed reaching 4 miles per hour, 6 kilometers per hour. In 1900, 28% of the cars on the road in the US were electric. EVs were so popular that even President Woodrow Wilson and his Secret Service agents toured Washington, D.C. in their Milburn Electrics, which covered 60 to 70 miles, 100 to 110 km, per charge. Due to the limitations of the electric car storage batteries at that time, coupled with the advent of cheap assembly line internal combustion (IC) cars by Ford Motor Company, the popularity of electric cars declined significantly. However, there have been other attempts to bring EVs to the market. Through the past century, EVs have made different appearances. This 1973 photo of a charging station in Seattle shows an AMC Kremlin, modified to take electric power. It had a range of about 50 miles on one charge. Due to recent technological advancements in microcontrollers, single-chip microprocessors, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors, MOSFET, and other technologies, electric cars have finally entered the market in a successful way. Government incentives to increase adoption were first introduced in the late 2000s, including in the United States and the European Union, leading to a growing market for the vehicles in the 2010s. Increasing public interest and awareness and structural incentives is expected to greatly increase the electric vehicle market. The International Energy Agency said in 2021 that governments should do more to meet climate goals, including policies for heavy electric vehicles. Electric vehicle sales may increase from 2% of global share in 2016 to 30% by 2030. A hybrid electric vehicle, HEV, is a type of hybrid vehicle that combines a conventional internal combustion engine, ICE, system with an electric propulsion system, hybrid vehicle drivetrain. The presence of the electric powertrain is intended to achieve either better fuel economy than a conventional vehicle or better performance. There is a variety of HEV types, and the degree to which each function as an electric vehicle, EV, also varies. Let's take a look at 2 vehicles in service over in Region 3, the Malibu Hybrid driven by Summer and the Chevrolet Volt driven by Catlin. Summer and Catlin drove both cars approximately the same distance on the same route to compare the 2 vehicles. The Malibu reported 25 miles to the gallon and the Chevrolet Volt got 42.3 miles to the gallon. Hybrids are a great way to gap the bridge to fully electric vehicles while infrastructure is being put into place to serve the EV ecosystem. Many countries are making the shift to only selling electric vehicles and setting up their infrastructure accordingly. Along this train of thought, Odite has been thinking about the challenges and opportunities that come along with this change in infrastructure. There are many environmental benefits to EVs, such as not contributing emissions while driving and fueling the vehicle with cleaner energy sources. Other benefits are as follows. An EV motor weighs less than 20% of an IC, but can provide about 2x the amount of power, though the energy density of EVs needs work. The motor might be light in an EV, but its battery pack carries significant weight. This is actually a benefit, seeing as it lowers the center of gravity and creates a safer driving experience. Furthermore, this battery pack adds structural rigidity and helps protect in the case of side collisions. Nationally, the average cost to drive an EV 1 mile is about a third of the amount it costs to drive an IC the same distance. And finally, maintenance costs are overall lower to maintain an EV versus an IC. In this video we have done an overview of the history of EVs, looked at 2 hybrid EVs in service at Audit, and gone over some benefits to EVs.